Is one sector of the U.S. economy flashing warning signs about an impending recession? Find out on this edition of the Video Market Update. 70% of the U.S. economy is driven by consumer spending. So how consumers spend is very important. And what we're seeing is, although consumer spending has done well and stayed up this year, there is a worry that that consumer spending is going to start to slow down. We've seen that in some of the quarterly earnings calls for Home Depot, Lowe's, Target, Walmart, Macy's, Foot Locker. And I'll put some of this up on the screen so you can see some of the highlights as I talk. But what we're seeing is the sales to this point in the year have been good, but it's the worry about what sales will look like over the next half of the year. Some of the big worries are inflation is finally taking its toll, and people are starting to say, I don't want to spend so much money on something I could have bought 2 years ago for quite a bit less. People are shifting from goods to services. Companies are taking massive losses because of theft in the retail sales space. When there are no repercussions for theft, people will steal. People are realigning brands that don't align with their values. You've seen that Target. Target's been very political lately, and you've seen a shift away from Target to Walmart, to TJ Maxx, to Home Goods. Now, Target will say that's because people are shifting to more discounted brands, which is true, but other people are also shifting away to companies that don't align with their values. So it's not necessarily what sales have done to this point, it's what sales will do to the end of the year. If people start to feel like there's this worry of, well, a recession might come, I don't feel it, but I'm hearing things on the news and I'm going to start to get worried, and they stop spending, that will perpetuate a recession. If people don't spend, a recession will come. And so you're seeing, and I'll put the stock prices of some of these companies up, some of them are doing okay, underperforming the market, but still positive. Others are getting kind of wiped out. Now again, is this shift of where and how I spend my money? Because Amazon is doing great, right? Retailer Abercrombie & Fitch stock went up 15% today. Why? Because they're saying future guidance for the rest of the year is really good. They expect to do really well at the end of the year. So it may just be this company's not doing well, but this company is. And you could look at it that way, or you could look and say, uh-oh, as people start to worry and stop spending, that's a warning sign that a recession is coming. These headlines are interesting. This is from CNN within a month. Consumer sentiment, all-time high, people feel great. When people feel great, they spend. A few weeks later, sentiment is bad, the sky is falling, no one's ever gonna spend money again. So what you look for, you'll find, but what we know is there's good news and there's bad news. It's just what news are we looking at? But I do think there is a softening. I do think there is starting to become somewhat of a worry that things are going to slow down. The CEO of Home Depot said we're going to look to the fall. We're going to look for the next, September, October to be our guide for future guidance for the rest of this year and into 2024. So something to look at. So are there things we need to do? Are there things we need to change? No. But again, it's another data point we're going to look at as we look for guidance into the remainder of this year and into next year. So I wanted to give you an update on that. If you have any questions on that or anything you're seeing in the news, let me know. If not, as always, I hope you make it a great week.